After a disappointing playoff loss to the Mets, the Diamondbacks are looking to strengthen their chances of making a World Series run with a strong offseason. We're going to sim through the rest of the postseason, all of October, see how far the Mets are going to make it. And they went all the way to the World Series just to lose to the Royals. Another example of a wild card team making a phenomenal postseason run. So that doesn't make our postseason run look as bad. So we had a couple retirements on our team. Not anything too major. I think they both had deep potential. Let's look at some of the major retirements. Jeter, Kuroda, Ichiro, Jason Giambi, Brett Tomko retired, Raul Ibanez, John McDonald, Octavio Dotel, Bobby Abreu also no longer in the MLB. Curtis Granderson tore his MCL and decided to retire. His last season, he batted .267 with 13 homers and 48 RBI. Anything else really notable? LaTroy Hawkins, good reliever for the Mets last season, I remember. And that, anything else? Nah, just a couple prospects. Jamie Wright, who pitched with the Rays last year, I remember watching him a few times. He was in the bullpen. Jason Bay hangs it up. Henry Blanco, who actually retired in real life. Joe Blanton decides, I'm never going to make it again. Jamie Carroll sits out the whole last season. I think in real life he's on the Nationals, actually. But here's our re-signing. We pretty much re-signed every key piece to the team. Wade Miley's back for 4 more years. Trumbo and David Price got a monstrous extension. I believe that's $30 million almost. Addison Reed returned as closer. We cut Bronson Arroyo. Didn't really have a place on our team at this point. And then we're trying to protect these people from the Rule 5 draft. So we add them to the 40, including a couple of highly touted closer prospects. Now here we're in free agency, looking at a couple depth players. Chip Morris has really good hitting ratings, and he's a decent fielder, and he's a really high steal rating. We did go after Tom Gorzolani as well. I don't know where the footage for that went, but we also K-Rod. There's some of the people we signed. Scooter Gennett. Chris Nelson is also on the team, and then Daniel Hudson decides to go to arbitration, and he ends up making about $51 million. John Farrell is going to be our new farm director for 3 years, and here's a trade we made. We traded Daniel Hudson and Patrick Corbin for Danny Salazar. Danny Salazar had a really good season last year in this game, and we also released Eric Chavez. But Danny Salazar had a really good season, and we need a righty to pair at the top of the rotation with David Price. So that's all the offseason moves for the Arizona Diamondbacks this season. You can look at some of the players on our roster here as we wrap up. This is just going to be me setting the final roster for the going into the MLB season. So I hope you did enjoy, and the first episode of Season 2 will be coming shortly. So stay tuned for more Diamondback baseball.